I'm James.
I'm Tina.
I'm Anya.
We're Sœur, and you're listening to Rhino Radio.
Okay, so I have the chilling honor of finally meeting the trio Sœur. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
That is correct.
Okay, as we already agreed, the French will not agree with that, but so we're trying our best.
Yes, we are.
How are you doing?
Yeah,
Good,
really good.
Okay. Rough entrance to Birmingham, but we're doing it.
Yes, traffic and late sound check, but it's all good.
It's for a Sunday. It's been a bit of a rush, but
Testing.
yeah, that happens sometimes.
Well, Birmingham, once you made it to Birmingham, you can do it everywhere else.
Yes,
That's-
exactly.
Okay, so I actually have a question for James.
Oh,
Okay, so I know that the ladies started in different bands,
Yeah.
fronting them solo, and now they're fronting together, sharing. How difficult was that for them to share?
not at all, really. I think there's no divide of I'm going to split it 50-50 or whatever. The songs can vary sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, there's not a specific amount of who's leading or who's sharing what.
Were you ever stuck in
So-
the middle?
Nah, I don't think so.
Do they let you sing as well?
We want him to.
I won't sing. They want me to sing.
He's got a good voice.
I haven't got a good voice. Maybe something in the future. I think it's nice to think later on down the line to add an extra something, but at the minute I'm just staying where I am behind the drums.
You can stay there. Just put a mic there.
Yeah, I know, but not yet.
Okay, only time will tell. We'll talk about the future in a minute. But talking about more kind of splits of opinions, if I'm mistaken, you have different explanations behind the song No Show. So for one of you is more about, let's say, the difficulties to show up, and for the other is about the chances that will appear if you show up. Is that correct?
Pretty much.
Yeah, so me and Anya, we come at songs very differently, and so in a dual front band that's really difficult to then write a song that says something when our views on it so conflicting a lot of the time. So yeah, No Show, it is about depression, but my stance on it is just a bit different, and I just hope that people find happiness in wanting to show up.
So sometimes you write together, but the explanation or the story that you bring to it is completely different to each of you.
Yeah, definitely.
I think for me it's really important that I find my own kind of emotional that I find something that means something to me within the song. So if Tina's come with the idea, then sometimes it takes me a while to figure out okay, what can this mean to me? How can I make this relate to something that is really meaningful to me?
All about working together and make it personal.
Yeah.
And more about difficulties. A lot of bands are either talking or not talking enough about dealing with the stress with being a musician, especially these days. How do you guys and ladies keep your mental healthy status, especially on the road? But any tricks, anything that helps you stay you?
I think for me, being on the road is actually the nice, stable part. Because you're out doing something you enjoy and that you want to do. Yeah, it's difficult being with people 24/7 and not having that escapism. But
Without pointing any fingers.
no. It's
Talk about
different.
makeup on the dashboard.
Well, that does happen.
That
Yeah.
happened once.
There's a few rules that are in place, certainly in the van, but. But yeah, we all seem to get along fine. I've been in bands before where things get difficult on the road, but then, yeah.
Yeah, I guess what band, if you hang around with the same people for long enough, you are gonna come to heads at some point.
Okay, but what about missing other people or anything? As you said about personal space, but being a musician, being especially on the road, takes some toll. Whether it's just the ongoing day, sometimes you lose the sense of what day it is of the week. So is there anything specific that you do to just keep your personal space?
Alcohol. No, not really. We hardly even drink actually anymore.
I think that's probably quite a key part of keeping ourselves sane.
Yeah.
Is staying sober, and we're committed to the music and playing well and doing a good job, and so I think keeping ourselves in check by not getting smashed is really important. I like to sometimes I like to take myself away, like, and have a bit of time on my own, just put my headphones on and listen to something. Sometimes I do a bit of yoga or like some breathing and like meditation. I think that helps. And like, I think sometimes like if there are days when I'm struggling and I don't feel like talking to people, like the other guys will kind of pick up the slack there, and we kind of works quite well, I think. But I think I struggle more mentally more than these guys do. But I'm getting better at dealing with it, and I just like FaceTime my sister, or you know, just take yourself out of it for a little while and take that pressure off a little bit as well, because I think there's quite a big pressure for people to perceive you as having lots of fun and appreciating the opportunity to play in a band, and it's not always fun, and it's like sometimes it is hard. So yeah, I think just, I don't know.
It's keeping in touch with like back home, I think, is really important. Like, I don't know. I like what you just said. I miss people back home. I think that's the thing for me that kind of gets me. But touring is really easy compared to normal life. So actually, it's kind of like flip. Like when I go home, I get to see the people I want to see that I've missed while I'm on tour. But then while I'm on tour, I'm like doing the thing that I want to do. So it's quite. I wouldn't say it's easy, but I don't have to do much. I love it.
Yeah, we're all kind of different. We're all kind of different, but you have to respect what each other needs and how that person's experiencing what's going on as well, you know, because we've all got different lives, and you throw them all together on the road, and yeah, you have to be able to adapt to whatever. Yeah. So, yeah.
Guys, thank you very much for your honesty and openness. Really appreciate that. And I'm going to confront you with something you just said about not drinking, because one of your earlier videos for Pass Out was the exact opposite. So how, I think both you ladies were starring it. So how far are you from those days?
I'm completely far away from those days. Honestly, I think I probably had a drinking problem looking back. No one said anything to me about it, but I would get so drunk, I would feel like it would not be a night out unless I forgot half the night. But no one would say anything about it. It's just, and now I look back and I'm confused by it, because that wasn't good, you know.
You can ask yourself, why am I doing it?
Yeah, and why didn't anyone say anything? Like, if my mate was doing that now, I'd be like, you need to sort your shit out. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, completely.
And then if everyone else is drinking at the same time, it's like, well, who are you to talk?
We were out doing it as well. Like.
But that's what's you know, that is what the song's about. It's like, you know, but this is not good. It's not a good thing.
I mean, we're not saying that we don't drink. We do like to have a drink and have a party, but it's normally at the end of the tour, or, you know, once we've done all the shows, and then we'll just go mad, which is probably worse, the whole binge drinking thing. I don't know.
I think it's good to have a release after the tour, though, especially when we've been so disciplined for so long. And it's nice just to hang out together and like have a bit of fun as well after like working quite hard.
I mean, I haven't actually got like blind drunk like that since probably before the video. No, I wasn't blind drunk. Not blind drunk.
Just the beginning of this tour. So in a few weeks, I'll expect another video.
I really have a tickly throat.
So I want to confront you with a rumor about Anya. Apparently you want to be Peter Pan? You have a fear of growing up? Is that true?
I think what Tina was getting at with that line. Actually, I just want to be able to fly. I think that's the truth.
That's it.
I'd love to be Peter Pan, actually.
You want things you can't have?
No, I think we were what we were going for was like, I think the idea that, well, for me, my interpretation of Tina's line was that depression is kind of like a retreat, and a lot of the time I kind of lock myself in that like childlike state, and I don't allow myself to get past, you know, the things that happened to me when I was a kid and the things that affect me now. And actually, like, being in Neverland, being Peter Pan is kind of like residing in that depression and kind of not forcing yourself to make your way out of it.
So being an adult is not the worst thing ever?
It's not.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Certain privileges.
And I hear that there's something going out in May. Is that an EP? Are you working on an LP or more or less?
There will be an EP coming, but it will be the next single that comes out.
We're going to release the EP one track at a time over the next few months. And
You
then
said the EP. Oh yeah. It's like what? I'm getting
What?
confused
What
now.
are you doing?
What are we doing?
What are we
again?
doing? No.
Yeah.
We have had this conversation a lot.
Yeah.
It gets confusing sometimes.
Because we
What
don't
did
really know
we actually
ourselves.
agree?
There's no date set, but there will be a new single in May, and then later on this year, the whole EP will come out. There's like a block. So, yeah, we're just going to do that. Trickle the songs out, keep people engaged. I think that's how it works these days.
Busy writing
We would love
something.
to write an album.
Yeah.
That's definitely on the cards,
Yeah.
but we're not going to force it. I think it's important not to rush into an album too soon. We kind of just want to get out there and just gig as much as we can this year and build up that fan base so that when we do have an album ready, it's kind of
We have
people want
people
it,
to
you know?
listen to.
Yeah, people are going to want it.
Yeah, our main focus is to gig, and to do that, we just got to keep trickling out these songs, and then hopefully like September, October, November, just do loads of touring, and then see where we are for the next year.
Sounds great. I'll be here waiting for more and maybe even catch you at a few festivals. I know 2000 Trees is there. There's a Power Festival.
Yeah.
There are a few more. You want to mention a few of them?
Boomtown.
Farm Fest.
Farm Fest.
Out west.
Is that all of them?
Dubs in the middle. Is that on?
There's a few festivals. So yeah, we're looking forward to the summer because it's where we've kind of gained most of our kind of new fans as well, because we just play there and people like walking past are like, oh, what's that?
Especially
Check it out.
2000 Trees. Like
Yeah.
every gig on the last tour, there's like a few people there that were like, we saw you at Trees and thought we'd come along.
Yeah.
So that festival's like done a lot to us and to us, for us.
To us as well.
To us as well, I suppose. Yeah, we love 2000 Trees.
And before we say goodbye, is there anything else you want to add to fans and listeners out there?
Please
It's the
come
most
to a
difficult
show.
question of the interview.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
What do you want?
them to know?
Thanks for being our fans.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
And
if you are.
actually, like a lot of people, since No Show came out, a lot of people have come up to me after the shows and opened up about their mental health and shared their stories with me, and I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah.
It makes me feel not like I'm not alone, and it also shows us that you know the songs are reaching people and affecting people, and that's kind of why I do it. So yeah, thank you to all those people who have done that.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the show and the rest of the tour.
Yeah.